What's going on, guys? My apologies, my allergies are kicking my ass per usual. But we are here. I'm gonna grind some Scorched. Ugh. Terrible. Terrible, I know. Whew. Shoo. So we are just hanging out today, guys. Just hop in chat. Say hi. I'll do my best to sound alive. For now, we're just gonna listen to some probably some Meat Canyon.
Or fanfics on every platform because that's necessary. Who's down there and they're just like, oh my god, you're like a radio wiki. Interesting. Good. We have scholarly evidence of this shit. Is it just horned up people? Is that all it is?
Well, I think it's a mix of a lot of things. I do think a lot of people like it because it's like romantic. Some people, well, it's mostly women who ship. But like if it's a for anime.
Sorry, fellas. I guess we don't count.
For anime, a lot of guys like to ship the main character with the girl they like because it's just like I would date that person, so the main character can date that person.
So they're like, I vicariously see myself in this main character, and that main character with this person. I'm with him. Like Luffy and Nami.
Yes. Or Luffy and Usopp.
I want to see Luffy sit on that nose, dude. Just yeah. Gum pleasure. After this last season, it was revealed that Will was gay, and there was no hint of Mike and Will getting together. Fans were left in literal tears after finding out that their favorite headcanon was not a reality. What? Because that's the other thing too. The Stranger Things, it's like breadcrumbs, so you can just however they see it. So also closing this off, it brings everything back down to reality. And Mike being like, no, I'm not with that.
See, that would have been a good. I feel like I haven't seen this last season, but if Will sacrificed himself in his last moment, he told Mike, "I love you" or whatever.
Yeah, he does this. There's and then he's blown up and he's like, I don't like girls. Or he could have just said, I love you.
Yeah, exactly.
I love you. I love you too, man. No, not like, I mean, I love you.
Yeah, not
you
like
doing,
that.
girl?
He turns around and then Mike is doing math in his head, realizing what that means.
You guys are causing a lot of trouble this morning.
Yeah.
And he turns around, well, and then.
Sorry, guys.
One woman was
Kittens
like,
have
guys out
been
yelling,
tearing up.
after finding out 11 dives in the series.
Tearing up our
finale.
room.
He died, so like, why can't they, like, I don't understand. I don't give a, I read about boyfriend, like, why?
Why? I think people don't go, do they? They're like, I don't give a I need my fix.
They're not 18 by the end of the season.
I don't know. I mean, they probably are. I don't know. Well, yeah, because they're all graduating high school. So, yeah, they're all 18. Whatever. It's just a weird, though, where it's just like, I remember watching you as like a little boy. I remember when you were 5. that kind of thing. Remember when the show started and you were 8 years old? Isn't that kind of weird to be like, I want them to fuck? That's just kind of odd.
I remember when the first season came out, everyone thought Mike and Elle's actors they wanted them to date in real life, too. So they had so
Yeah, everyone does that, though. Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, Tobey Maguire, and Christian... I mean, it's just anytime there's an on-screen thing, people are going to want it in real life.
Harry and Cho Chang.
Who? Oh, Harry Potter. Oh, yeah, Cho Chang. Appreciate you, J.K. Rowling. There wasn't a lot of Cho Chang love, was there? I feel like it was always Harry and Hermione.
Everybody wanted, even J.K. Rowling was like, I messed up, Harry should have married Hermione.
Yeah. Do you think? Yeah, she's with Ron. My
And
ass.
then Ron and Ginny should have got together, had a little insight.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, it's just me and you, sis. Okay, Ron. Us Weasleys gotta stick together, huh? That would make sense, though, too. The Weasleys are just like these inbred mutants. All of them, my sister was a date me, and Harry's like... since the beginning of the series, you know? Oh, I want to date my sister. We should probably try to go follow Snape or something. Hold on, I'm gonna start with me love letter to my sister. I can't wait for spring break. Boom. You listen to his owl. The owl's inbred too. Yeah. Ron, can you clean up your side of the room, by the way? It's getting a bit dirty. Another fan wrote a 2,000-word long essay about how they believe Byler will come true during the second release of the final season. This take
Can
was
I not
so
shoot now?
delusional that even another Byler fans were telling the person to calm down and come back to reality, insisting that it won't happen. Like how they had 10 other people, listen, buddy, we're all hard. All right, but this is ridiculous.
This is a fantasy, not reality.
You're living in a fantasy's fantasy. All right, so let's come back to reality. But come here, take my hand. Though the love for these two fictional characters might seem insane, the love this fan base has for Eddie Munson is on a whole new level. Which I will say, the love for Eddie Munson, 2 or 3 years ago, you couldn't escape it.
When did he die?
Season 4.
Oh, he died in season 4?
It was like 3 or 4 years ago.
How many seasons was he in?
1. He's in 1 season.
One
He was
season?
in 1 season. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Eddie was a new character introduced in season 4 and had only 42 minutes of screen time across 13 hours of this season. Despite this, he was the central phenomenon of an entire movement of fanfics and cosplays. Steady was the name of another relationship fans created in their head between Eddie and Steve Harrington. They love to post thirst traps of cosplays making out in costumes, and the comments go
There we go.
bananas for it. Oh, God, this is hot. That's one thing I fucking hate. It's all goon now in comment sections, isn't it? You have one thing like, oh, not me on my break, not me when I'm breathable. I see a lot of girls. I think girls are ravenous with that shit. Dude, you gotta watch out. Oh God, not this popping up while hubby's at work. Oh, this is making me wet. I saw that comment on a guy like making a song. He's like just a guy playing acoustic guitar, and that was one of the girls. This is making me wet. And all the comments are like, I know, right?
You think that's people trying to be like, maybe he'll comment back?
That or it's. I mean, at first I was like, well, that's just got to be a satirical comment, and then I just see it. It's too true.
It makes sense if you're like an OnlyFans channel trying to like.
Well, yeah, if it's like that's the whole Twitter thing. If someone's just like, look at my book report, and someone's just like, discount them all. Oh, who said my OnlyFans is free? Hey guys, look at this volcano I made for science class. Free muff. Click here.
You know?
Light it. I don't want it to explode. Light it. I want it coming out of all my pores. They also claim that these two characters are Dustin's dad, since they are both friends with him in the show. Now look at that picture. Dustin has 2 dads. On the Steady Wiki, they even track how many times the ship was a fan favorite in a weekly fandom Tumblr page. They've got a lot of time on their hands, don't they? Too much time. When I was younger, I don't think I had this much time.
Yeah, they all work from home.
Oh, damn you, COVID. The fan's love for Eddie doesn't stop there. After he died in the show, a fan wrote a sad song titled Eddie Song that made multiple references to the show in the one season he was a part of. The song would blow up and be used by tons of edits and satirical videos mocking the fan base, those bastards.
Eddie, baby, I just saw
Fans loved it. To honor his legacy, a large group of fans dressed up as Eddie and went to the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo and flash mobbed the guests, thereby putting up a speaker and blasting a fan-edited song using scenes from the show. There were tons of people with guitars that didn't know how to play them because one of Eddie's most memorable scenes in the season was when he played Master of Puppets by Metallica. So people were just carrying around guitars. It's part of the costume. I don't know how to use a fucking sword. I'm sure, like, you know what I mean? Like, once again, I don't see the problem with that.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, whatever. It's a good costume. Okay.
Unless he tried to play it and thought he was good.
Yeah. I mean, people air guitaring with a guitar there is cringe, but, you know, it's in cosplaying. It's cringe already. Who gives a shit? The scene was beloved by fans and was referred to as Eddie Munson's upside-down guitar god scene for how epic and gnarly it was. All the comments couldn't contain themselves about how metal the scene was and quirky it was for him to play a music solo right before death, looking death right in the eyes and saying, "Fuck you!" Being obnoxious in public comes with being an Eddie Munson fan, right? It's in the first scene. Play a little bit of the first scene, not all of it, just like a millisecond of it. That's a rebel. Since he was known for being a crazy and quirky guy in public, it inspired many others to do the same, right? To be their best selves in public.
Hey.
You're gonna kill me. these videos of people doing this. It's just, you know what it is? I know people say, like, we need to bring back shame. It's just common decency, is what it is. I feel like everybody's kind of been like this, though, right? There's always been some iteration of this in some way. Or it's always been kind of contained to conventions. Because to me, if you're at a convention, I don't give a shit. It's like a playground, basically. As long as you're not harassing people. But it's just if you're in cosplay or walking around, you're not doing anything wrong. Or especially if you go to like a panel. I've seen so many people where they're like in an exhibit hall and it's like the Eddie Munson guitar contest. Yeah, it's cringe, but it's what this room is for right now. I don't know. Anything that disrupts the public. They're just trying to exist. Shame on you. In a video uploaded to TikTok, a student stands on a lunch table in a crowded cafeteria and begins to shout one of Eddie's famous monologues from the show. The one we showed. Show it again in a millisecond. That one. One commenter explained that this cringe lord was exactly the type of weirdo Eddie Munson was, except he's not conventionally attractive, so people are making fun of him instead of gooning to him. Right, that's where they get you. You kind of have to be pretty attractive to be like, because then you're like, oh, that's strange. Why are people making fun of me? Usually you should be flicking the beans right about now. I have a feeling that there are some people that it's like the Slender Man killings. They believe Vecna's real. They're like, Vecna's ruining my life.
Vecna, get out of my way.
Vecna, get out of my way. I don't want to have to stab my geometry teacher. That kind of thing. Don't make me be crazy. Are you sure? Okay, I'll do it. If all that wasn't enough, Bath and Body Works made an Eddie Munson's candle called Eddie's Leather Jacket for the fans to enjoy. That's a fucking dynamite idea. Whoever came up with that, you need a raise. Yeah, because we were like, oh my god.
Put your bean to that.
Other characters like Eleven are subject to weird edits, including a 30-second edit of a superfan green screening himself into a prom dance scene with the character so he could kiss her and dance the night away, which I just find this stuff sad.
How old is the kid? Because, like, I feel like if I was younger and knew how to edit, I'd be doing cringe shit like this.
He looks like he's maybe 17, 15 to 17.
17's a little too old.
He looks a little older. To be fair, I will say the edit, good for him. You know what? That's just raw power is what that is. A guy just being like, watching that over and over again. Man, it really was a great prom. There's also a woman who uses AI to make it seem like her and Stephen Harrington are in a serious long-term relationship. She uses her social media page to post multiple provocative pictures of her fake relationships, and all the comments are eating it up and supporting her delusions, while people who stumble upon it randomly blame it on the mental illness. Which I will say, if it's a long-going thing, that's when I'm like, there's a separation that has to happen.
Do you see the picture of her in the mirror?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I see. I wish I didn't have to see. I wish I didn't have to see with the context. Maybe afterwards I'm like, whatever. But it's just this long-term relationship thing. I don't know.
If it's a troll, it's funny.
There was probably a lot. Yeah, I mean, if it's a joke, but this is like a long-term thing of someone being, because I bet you during that, I feel like 2023 was the true peak of Stranger. Like season 4 felt like that was catastrophic. I mean, it was everywhere. The season finale, I feel like it just took too long. Wave died down a bit. Also, all the people were growing up, but I feel like it's just those things that held on. Those are people that held on to the fandom.
Was there anything memorable in this season?
In this season?
Besides like Elle being like.
Just the Will when he's gay. That's like a big thing. I feel like.
But that's not really fun, I guess. Like.
But I guess that doesn't really seem fun because it's just a guy coming out as gay. So. No, I don't know. I mean, the thing too is they're too old. They're all so old now. My God.
They should have done a time jump when they're in college or they're dropouts.
What they should have done a thing is at the end of season 4, they thought you do a thing where you do a big time jump. They're all scattered around, and then they think that they've defeated the evil, but it's just like he's back. I thought he was gone, but he's back.
It. They're all 30.
Yeah, and then you take from it. You motherfuckers stole from us a little bit. And we're going to take back from you. Why not? If none of that fits your fancy, you could be like one of the many fans who have made detailed shrines to characters inside of their bedrooms. Some are dedicated to entire seasons, while others are devoted to specific characters. These shrines are not little sections of the room either. They take up entire walls and are covered in pictures and Funko Pops, which I'd say it's bad. Can you guys start giving me a Funko? Okay. One fan even uses her shrine to try and force the universe to make the actor Finn Wolfhard her boyfriend. Her shrine consists of 8 Funko Pops and a collage of pictures. Others are immortalizing their love of Stranger Things by getting horrible tattoos, which I will say the Dustin tattoo is.
Fested?
I don't know. I don't know what fucking says. Tested.
That's an act. Fested.
It's one thing to obsess over the characters in a show, but many of the actors and actresses have had weird and even creepy experiences with fans. Which I will say, I've seen interviews. I think it was I saw an interview with Finn Wolfhard where he said like he was doing a meet and greet or something, and a girl like didn't want an autograph. She just like saw a half-empty water bottle he was drinking. She was like, "Can I have the water bottle?" That's a story from him specifically, all right?
One time I had a girl that came up with her family. She was looking at my water that was half drunk, and she was like, "Can I have the water?"
That's one instance. I can't even imagine. No, even in the deal, he's like, no.
And I went, "No, no, you can't. No, you can't have my water."
You can't have it. I thought it was going to say. Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike on the show, admits to being stalked by a fan when he was 13 years old. It wasn't just young starstruck fans following him around. It was entire groups of adults that would tail him all the way home. At one point, they approached him at his doorstep and asked for a selfie until he snapped back at them, shouting, "No! You can't have a selfie! How about you don't follow children?" Mike must be mad at Elle right now. He's taking it out on me, okay? Any kind of paparazzi subs, fan stalking, any of that shit of following people home, it's despicable. It's fucking disgusting, man. Gatton Matarazzo, who plays Dustin Henderson, explained that he still thinks about all the creepy encounters he had with a 40-year-old fan that admitted she had a huge crush on him. Can you imagine being 13 years old and have to deal with that? A 40-year-old? I love you. How f***ed up would that be? Yeah, call this number tonight if you feel lucky. He was only 13 years old at the time, and the mother even acknowledged that she was aware of the age difference. Not only was Gatton with his mom when this happened, the woman saying this to him was with her child, who was audibly pissed at the humiliating interaction. In another instance, a fan went to shake his hand before pulling it up to his face and licking it like it was a casual thing.
You deserve to get punched.
I'll say right. I've never had anything like that before. I've had some weird shit before, but if someone tried to lick at me, I would there would be a physical altercation. And I'm not a big like, ooh, fight, but it would be too much. That's too much.
There's that drunk guy who tried to kiss you.
There's a drunk guy that tried to kiss me. He got pushed away. Did not like that. That was brutal. That was very brutal. I hate it when someone's in an intoxicated state like that too, because if you like also try to do something to them, I'm always nervous that they're gonna get pissed and try like attacking you or doing that shit too. So it's just how the f do you handle that situation? And let alone I'm a grown adult. Imagine being a toddler. Imagine being 13 years old and having to deal with that. That's fun. There comes a point where fandom goes from a passionate enjoyer to being fully consumed by their favorite media. Some young Stranger Things fans aren't just seeing it as a comfort show. They're binging it non-stop and thinking about it at all hours of the day. Now that the series is over, people are starting to feel post-series sadness and are not sure what to do with themselves. Many are mourning the show ending by holding candlelight vigils at filming locations. Hundreds of people showed up to the location in Georgia where they placed signs saying, "We love you, Hawkins," or "We love you, 11." They also placed down Eggo waffles and notes exclaiming their love for the cast. One 17-year-old woman online confesses to a Stranger Things Reddit page that she is often crying just thinking about the show because of how much she desires to live in the town of Hawkins, mostly fueled by her love of nostalgia. She claims that the events of the Stranger Things are so interesting and enticing to her that she no longer finds meaning in her own life. You know, there's been times where I've seen a show end, and there is that I do believe that post-series depression is real, because you're just like, you're sad that it's over. You know, you're like, oh, I really enjoyed that. Even if you're a fan of the Eggo thing, I don't think it's that big. I mean, like, you're playing into the thing, whatever, but this idea, that more deep-seated thing where I have no meaning to my life, that's where you gotta watch people, man.
It's a wake-up call if you feel that way. You change.
We just need to, you gotta experience more shit. You gotta like live your own life instead of latching on to the delusions of the thing that you're consuming. It's not just Stranger Things, it's all kinds of people do that shit. Even with other shows, video games, anime, all that shit. People latch on to where they put their entire worth into this thing that they consume.
It happens a lot with anime. A lot
Oh,
of
100%.
post-anime depression.
Well, yeah.
MC.
I'll tell you what, dude. If I was a One Piece lover, I wouldn't have to worry. Like, this shit's never gonna end.
Die before it ends.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, too, by the time that ended, you'd be like, it'd probably be a great relief. The fan base is filled with all sorts of controversies and crazy people, which has left many people feeling fan base woes. The horrible reception of the series finale has left many fans divided on the show in general. Many conclude that they hate their own fan base for how they're acting. Multiple posts have been made complaining about Stranger Things stands on Twitter and TikTok. These posts usually complain about how insane the fans are and how they're ruining the show for everyone. It's kind of like a band, right? You like a band, but then you look at the fan base and you're like, this shit. Look at this. Embarrassing. Especially with all the conspiracy theories surrounding the show's ending. Many are saying that they're embarrassed to be a fan and are making their fan base look bad by overanalyzing every little detail. When Stranger Things was released in 2016, nobody could have ever guessed it would become as big as it did. They also couldn't have known that the fan base would become one of the most cringe and unbearable groups of people online. But it makes me think, at what point is it being a fan of anything cringe? You you know, if you love something and you want to share it online, to me that's like what the online space is for, is to connect people, right? I know people, we use it a lot, and we are guilty of digging in on people or dogging on people for enjoying things. But at the end of the day, just be yourself and be whoever you want to be. I just say draw the line whenever you're emotionally breaking because the show is over, or like for theories or something. If you're emotionally in distress and mentally in distress, maybe take a step back and have a breather. Or if you're in public and you're being a nuisance and you can't control yourself, just can take a chill pill for a second and realize that like other people are trying to enjoy stuff too, and that you and your fandom aren't the center of the universe, right? But at the same time, enjoy yourself. Be fans of stuff. Who gives a fuck? All the people too who are posting like this is fucking cringe and stupid. You tell me they don't have anything either. Just projection, my friends. But at the same time, you know, all fan bases are cringe, so it's fun to talk about them. Sorry, Stranger Things last season sucked. Really, it hasn't been good for a while. Sorry, I'm gonna say that. I mean, in my opinion. Can I say that? In my opinion.
Good since the first season.
The first season's fun. You know what it is, though, if I can break it down, is that the first season, it was so stripped back, it fixated more on the horror. It was fun. These little kids, and there's also a thing about, like, a fun, dramatic angle of a mom trying to find her son and all this stuff. It's still equally kind of quirky and cringy, but they're so young that it fits. You know, it's, like, innocent in that weird way. But as the show progressed on, I just could not care. I just couldn't care. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's the worst thing imaginable. It just wasn't my cup of tea, right?
Also, too, I think it just gets, the stakes get too bloated.
Well, yeah, it's like an anime too, where it's just like it's when you bust this huge nut way too early, and it's like, where could you possibly go from there? It's like Marvel. Marvel now, it's like Thanos did the fucking snap, half of the universe is dead. Where could you possibly go? Like, what now could ever compare to that?
Multiverse destruction. All the multiverses are collapsing.
That's right. That's right. Write that down. That's it. Bye.
How do I go over to that? Is it this way? Yeah.
Bill, you said that you were adopted, right?
When I was young, I was in an orphanage.
Oh, maybe this isn't the right way.
That's different than a regular family?
I couldn't tell you what regular is, but they love me all the time.
How did I miss that? It was just sitting right here.
Imagine if our competitors tried to break in, got their hands all over my lawn. Leaders would never let that happen. I mean, have you seen the thoughts that got
No,
right?
it's not a red room. Okay.
Intruders moving standard chains. Some of them are like freaking war machines.
Okay, so that's all that done. It's just this. This is a confusing area over here.
Ugh. Chat, never get allergies.
Controlling. Doesn't matter. Always sunny skies when I go out.
You can control the weather, too?
Nah. I guess I'm just lucky. Although, I don't end up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That doesn't sound lucky to me.
Hey, I'm still standing, aren't I?
How do I get over there? Ah. It was just this way, I see. Oh, but I can't get back up that way. But it can't be the way to go. Is it? Maybe? Or maybe, do I jump on top here? Oh, maybe it's that.
Let's use this.
I can't fucking figure it out. But there is this over here.
Got him.
Alright, let's try this. Let's see how much this does. That was pretty good. That was exposed that I used on it, right? I'm pretty sure it was. Oh, it's a full list.
Slowly but surely. I'm dying.
This doesn't go anywhere. Okay, how in the fuck? How do I get there? Question on everyone's mind.
Found you. Cool. Oh, we got that one already. Cool. I had found a bunch of them before.
Go back up the elevator, take a
When I open them and I kind of spam through all the plans, so I don't know what I got. Was that a good idea? Probably not, but you know, it's whatever. Ugh.
I cannot fucking find the way. Like down here? I don't even know where it would be. Over, oh, maybe over here. I haven't gone this way. Ah. What the fuck? This will kill everyone, right? Yep. Nope. Close. I wanted to see if I could. Oh! I wanted to see if I could do the global confuse there.
Phew.
Now let's see. Nope, that only hacked one. Oh, I have to do it at the same time, that's why. Yeah, that's right. Makes sense.
Alright, next Papa Meat video.
Smart founders know something most people miss. Get your domain name even if you're not ready to launch your business.
Welcome back to the Papa Me channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come in and sit on down because today we're going to be taking yet another look at book talk. We're going to be talking about smut books again. We've talked all about the book talk community on this channel before, right? We've talked about it 2 times now. This will be third. 3 times a year out, essentially this side of TikTok that revolves around reviewing, discussing literature, right? You might see somebody who's just like, these books are my favorite thing of all time. This is my reads of March or something, right? Book talk. Book talk. Of course, we know that this community is not as wholesome as it sounds, right? As with any other subculture online. And in fact, the much spicier sub-community, Smut Talk, can be downright degenerate, which focuses on the more intense and horny novels. Basically, people flicking their beans and beating their shit. That's what it is, right? You're flipping pages and you're beating and you're flicking and you're beating. That's pretty much what it is. And if you're new to this neck of the woods, you may not be aware of just how popular this genre of media has become. If you want a more recent example, look no further than the hit HBO program Hated Rivalries, the gay sports romance book released in 2019 by Rachel Reed.
Why do women fantasize about 2 gay men kissing?
That unironically tasted like sour cream. Why do men love watching 2 women kissing, Nick? Is it just because it's like different than what women do? Is it that? Or is it something where it's also like, is it the fantasy that at any point the person can be like, maybe they'll ask me to join? Or whatever. So that Rachel Field? Rachel Reed is like,
Ooh, I think that's the event I need.
invite me.
We're going in, boys.
Okay. What if it's that, right? I mean, that's gotta be what it is, right? Or is it just the idea of just being like, you know, two chicks or like two guys and you're just gonna be in a peephole? I would imagine on either side, it's spit roasting. That's for sure what it is. Lay me down and lock me up. Roast me. This massively successful series is about two gay hockey players, Shane Hollander and Ela Rosenov, who play for rival hockey teams whilst hiding a secret relationship from the world. They're big hockey players, you know, that kind of thing. I watched the first episode. It was alright. There's a bunch of guys blowing each other. Yeah, I was like, where's the butt slam, dude? Where's that at? You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff, which is fine, but then also too many time jumps. That's my biggest criticism. Too many. Or 9 months later, 3 weeks later. I'm like, did we just span the course of like 2 to 3 years? And he's just like, how about you come over here to my room 14218? That guy's like, okay, maybe I will. And then he gets his. Like he's like, oh, they got to go. That's the thing, and it's also like, see, you won the big game. Also, I was kind of a bit disappointed. I'm like, I wouldn't mind seeing the guys play a little bit of hockey. It's not really about the hockey. It's about sucking cock and forbidden love or whatever. But at some point, I wouldn't mind seeing Rosenov win a big game. You know, I'm sure we're not making it sound as intriguing as it is, but that's what I remember. I don't know what to tell you. Heated rivalries has people on a chokehold. Online, people are aggressively obsessing over it and hyperanalyzing every single romantic interaction they have, like they're trying to solve a goddamn murder. Some are already admitting that they've rewatched the show as much as 25 times, and that, my friends, is gamers. Within the show, and they watch it 25 times around the time, they're doing some Morse code, or they are raw beating. I'm telling you, it is raw beating, or it is Morse code. It's not like heated rivalries over and over again.
You know, these are fucking ghouls, not Scorched. I don't need this event. Son of a bitch.
They've even created a downloadable Sims mod that allows you to access characters modeled directly after them, including every outfit they've worn in the show, so you can accurately play God with your favorite heartthrobs. You know what I mean? With your favorite, your ET phone home, Morse code action, while playing Sims. Every person that sees you from now on, they're gonna be like, did you get into guitar playing? Because you're gonna have so much calluses on your fingertips. Yeah, smoke on the water, baby. It's like, smoke on the water. 52-year-old Grover Eller is an avid lover of smut, but made the poor.
Alright, we're gonna keep farming Spooky Scorched. Where are we going to next?
3 to 4 books in full.
What's that? Really tower you? Okay.
That's a lot. I mean, like, what, a full book maybe takes 11 hours to listen to audiobook-wise? I guess that makes it a 40-hour work week. All right. It really is a clock in. And I'm on the clock. You think she's like all normal, walking through the office, whatever, and she sits down, and then she
You bastard.
Here's chair guys. Okay, first off, the way you said that is unreal. Her chair guys stink. Stinky. This video is sponsored by Hungry Root. Let Hungry Root be your personal shopper to avoid spending too much time and money on groceries. Hungry Root makes it incredibly easy to stick to your fitness and nutrition goals throughout the week. Hungry Root is your
Authentic Mexican flavor has a name that echoes across the world for everyone to hear. Cholula, authentic Mexican flavor.
Oh, is that immediately? Oh, yeah.
Don't miss a minute of the action. That's the biggest names, the best rivals, and the ultimate.
Not what I did, but that's alright.
The NBA playoffs presented.
The Copper King is back. We're in Copper 3 right now. And climbing. We're doing it. One earbud, no problem. Started this matchmaking, found a match, instantly have to do. Very unfortunate. Nothing to be done about it now. Wow. Good. That's good. All right. How about we just quick 5-0? Just fucking sweep them out the gate. Thoughts, guys? How we feeling about that? Good strat? Oh, that's terrible. This is bad too. I might actually.
Hey, brother.
I'll have to. Oh my god, yeah. It's coming on strong. I'm going to go ballistic in round 1. Either I get an ace
Woo!
in 30 seconds or I die in 30 seconds. One or the other. I gotta go take a shit. There's no way I'm holding this back. This came on so strong so quickly. Oh my. Alright, come on. Let's turbocharge this, huh? Aces.
Cool. Next one.
I've not played a single game with ace, I don't think. Okay, who do I want? Who do I want? Give me lions. I'll go lion. I'll do a couple scans for the squad. Get the doors out before I valiantly give my life to go take a shit. I'm going to play like a crackhead. I have to. Oh wow. Let's skip the drone phase. Thoughts? Just for this round. Alright.
Damn, I'm not getting shit from these now.
TV, but not my drone. He didn't see it. Perfectly incognito. That guy didn't see it either. That's great. One of them moved immediately out. I had a feeling too, and I missed. Damn. I should have hit that. Damn, I needed to hit that shot. Oh, I'm coming. Oh my god, this is already slow. Come on.
I think the Scorch have already been cleared out here.
If I don't hear a thank you over Mike.
Yeah.
My drone open like here. They're both on the door. Wait, can you not see the top from the That's such unfortunate timing. I didn't expect to get peeked. Oh, I did not expect him to peek. Okay, that's just entirely on me. I'm playing like shit because I have to poop so bad, but now I know I don't have time. I really didn't expect him to swing. I heard it.
Woo! We found him. Where to next?
Oh my god, what unfortunate timing. I just grabbed the grenade to clear that. Wow, that couldn't have been worse timing. Oh my god, I'm not gonna get a chance to shit. It's just not gonna happen, I can tell. I don't even have to shit that badly anymore now. It's gone. Poop's been scared away now. Sad. You hate to see a good poop go like that. I think from now on I'm just not going to be using equipment when I get into a position like that. Like, it made sense to go for that grenade. But now I'm just beating myself up over it because that guy was low. I just needed a shot to land, which I absolutely would have done. Ooh, scary. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, what the fuck? Every time I use a gadget, it's the same guy. I just brought out a gadget. I was gonna drone it to see where he was. The timing, it's so sad. I think that's, and now I've learned my lesson. I'm never using gadgets again. There's that 4-0 I was looking for, just in the opposite direction. I spent the last 2 rounds on the phone. My apologies. Not that it would have changed anything. I did go and
Same manner.
try to poop, but I waited too long. It ended up just being a lot of farts. It's in hiding now in my butt. So, that was a little sad, but nothing I can do about it. Alright, this has been going pretty awful so far. Alright, time to have a big round. Can you see up there from here? I'm sure. Yeah, you can. Let's see where this mirror is at.
You can run. What you get?
Alright, come on. Where the fuck did you come from, my guy?
Okay. She's playing way back. Alright. Where are you at? Well, give it a shot. This isn't. Yeah. Oh no, I thought that was something.
Ugh. Chat, never ever get allergies. Terrible.
Oh fuck, I almost hit that. Oh shit.
One friendly operator remaining.
Alright, what's the last location? Overlook cabin.
Yeah. One shot. So, if I had one tracker left,
What's up?
oh, he moved so fast.
Aw,
I
somebody
must have
already
seen the
killed
drone
him.
go out. I almost clutched that. This game has been a disaster, by the way. I've been on and off the phone the whole time. I'm gonna lose again. I almost clutched that. Oh, it's so sad.
Alright, chat, I think we're gonna end stream there, because
Damn it.
my allergies are beating me down. So I will try to take a steamy hot shower to get rid of them, but